How does this book always know when I'm in severe, psychological turmoil and how to make it worse? I'm sorry, what are we doing? Cassie Claire, you cannot beat someone who has ADHD and a chess addiction. I'm sorry. Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing something massive, behemothly difficult. I'm going to read Chain of Iron and then Chain of Thorns, which I don't have in physical copy yet. It's going to come out in a few days. Yeah, I'm finally going to finish this series. This is my second favorite up until, the first book, because Will, Jem, and Tessa are always going to be number one in the Shadowlands like Chronicles, and then there's this one, and then there's like Jace, and then the other one, which I don't remember the name of the characters because I kind of hated it. But yeah, we will embark in a massive reading vlog in which I'm going to give full spoilers, but I'm going to give you the chapters that I'm reading so that you maybe can read along and like leave your spoiler thoughts in the comments, and so that you don't get spoiled for my things and theories I'm going to state when I'm just like theorizing. So yeah, let's start. I'm going to weep. Yeah.
One eternity later.
Hi, we are starting Chain of... Which chain was it? Chain of Iron. It was Chain of Iron. We're starting Chain of Iron. I don't have the physical copy in this house, so I'm starting the audiobook. And then once I finish that book, I'll start the physical copy, which is somewhere there, of Chain of Thorns. It has beautiful illustrations. I got it just for that. It cost me so much money. Thank you. Thank you. I am prepared to suffer. I'm going to buddy read this with my friend Isotta. You can find her on TikTok. I'll link it down below. And yeah, this will be a fun experience. I'll probably cry a lot of times. I really like the Shadowlands series, this one. I feel like it's a perfect trashy series that also has a little bit of an emotional involvement for me. I've read all of the books on the main series. Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Daisy, like, pause in his thought and dash. Stop this! He had done no harm to her. This girl is hurt.
What do you mean you start with the citation of Jack the Ripper? What do you mean? Cassie! Okay, I've officially started the book. As you've seen, I'm both listening to the audiobook and like reading physically on the ebook. It starts with a quote of Jack the Ripper, and then the first chapter, prologue, it's from the point of view of apparently a killer. Who is this person? And what does he want with our protagonist? I'm confused. I'm very confused. I've just watched like an hour of recaps of Chain of Gold because I remember nothing. What is going on with my hair? Matthew Fairchild, my beloved, has appeared for the first time in the book. Chef's kiss. He has little boots for the snow, and I love him. This was my public service announcement. Thank you. Pardon my greasiness, but Cordelia, the night before her wedding, which I had completely forgotten about the wedding. I am devastated. Goes to a club, like their usual club, or a bar with Matthew, and she encounters a fairy that talks about Cortana and the blacksmith that created Cortana. And if I know about Cassie Claire, they're definitely going to meet this legendary blacksmith, because he is apparently still alive. How? I have no idea. But he is under the mountain, which I don't know what that means, but they're going to get him. And I think we are going to get another sword or another magical object by this man, creature. I have no idea. But yeah. I know my Cassie Claire. I know my fairies.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
I'm sorry. What are we doing? It's the next day. I've listened to up to chapter 4. It's the whole like wedding scene. You put Jem Like, you cannot mention Jem in the near vicinity of me and expect me not to cry. I am emotional. Jem invited to the wedding, but he rests outside playing his violin because weddings are not fit for the Silent Brothers. My heart. I cannot take it. I also, and this is an incredibly unpopular opinion, James is a bit of a boring character in comparison, not in general, in comparison to Matthew. I would love for Matthew to be my love interest. There, I said it. I love Matthew with all of my heart. Perhaps it's because I love Matthew as a character that I want him to be happy. And right now he's in love with Cordelia, so I want him to be happy with Cordelia. Perhaps, perchance, I don't know. I am emotional. I am extremely emotional. This wedding is going to get so much rougher. It's going to get so sad. I already expect it. So apparently this wedding that I'm reading about is the feast of the ex-lovers, because we have Thomas and Alistair. Poor Alistair, I love him a lot. I know he's a flawed character, but I love him a lot. Just like Matthew, really like him, even though he's a dumbass, like an idiot. Who I don't love, actually, is Ariadne. Because, babes, you dig your own grave and then you put yourself through it. You cannot go during a wedding to one of the bride's best friend and say, oh yeah, let's talk, and as if nothing has happened. And of course Anna is like, nope, absolutely not, go away. And you have the gall to feel offended. I'm sorry. No. Okay, Cassie Claire, you've challenged me there. We're talking about chess because Cordelia and James are using chess to talk about their feelings after the wedding. And I am a chess fanatic. And Cordelia is saying how chess were actually invented in Persia, and that there is in the Book of Kings a story about chess being used. But actually, I'm sorry to say that there's another ancient remains of a game similar to chess that predates the Book of Kings, found in India. Cassie Claire, you cannot beat someone who has ADHD and a chess addiction. I'm sorry. James.
What was that? Okay, James.
He wants to be taller, but he's 6 feet. The standards back then were meant that if you were 6 feet, you were quite tall. I understand the Shadowhunters are like angelic beasts, but damn! Higher than 6 feet in the early 1900s. A giant. Hi, hello, good morning. I do not look good. I do not feel good, cause let's allergy season is a bitch. Yes, it is indeed. But I have my physical copy of Chain of Thorns. No, this is Chain of Iron. I have things to talk about, but I have to go to university, so you know what that means. Train commuting. Yay! But I'll read on the train, on the physical copy, and I'll bring it with me this time. I put on a little bit of makeup, so you know that I can look like a living human being. Just so you know. Yeah, so it's time to, I don't know, go to university. I don't really want to. Okay, so we remember at the beginning of the book, Cassie Claire thanks Rick Riordan for getting her to use the surname D'Angelo. We've just seen the first D'Angelo in the book! I'm so excited! a fellow Italian. So good to see you. Confused. Conflicted. Adesso vi faccio vedere perché rido. Sei pure in palette. Kids are getting off to school. And they're loud. I love these kids. They're so full of life. But sure, shout all you want. Hi besties, long time no see. I am on chapter 13, and how does this book always know when I'm in severe, psychological turmoil and how to make it worse? So, Tatiana Blackthorne is a psychopath. Yeah, she's off with the Iron Sisters. What for? What are you there for? Sabotaging the entire Shadowhunter society? I don't know. So, let's talk character to character. The killer. There's a killer on the loose, and apparently Cassandra Clare wants us to think that it's James. If it is James, I'm going to throw this book off a cliff and then set myself on fire. Because that would be stupid. That would be very stupid. Especially because, Cordelia's father just died. It was kind of a scumbag, but he's our father? He was our father. There's all these, flashbacks that are supposed to be making me feel for Grace. This is like the flashbacks are Grace from her past when she was little. But I hate Grace. She's kind of irredeemable because even though she has Tatiana Blackthorne as a mother, she still chooses to do some things that are out of her mother's control and that are vile. And then let's talk about Lucy and her crush on a ghost, which that confession came out of nowhere. I did not really like it. I don't really like them as a couple. I like Lucy. I like Jessie. I don't know if I ship them. I'm not a really big fan. And then there's Ariadne and Anna, and I love them both separately, but Ariadne, you got your chance, babe. I know you still love each other, but I don't know if it's healthy this way, because they are having sex. And that's just it, because Anna closed her heart to everything surrounding love, and Ariadne now realizes that she's truly in love with Anna. It's a little bit too late. I am bored of Cordelia's and James' tomfoolery. Just, oh my god. Because you know what is happening? It's the bracelet's fault. And the turmoil that this relationship is giving me. What I'm saying is, Matthew, superior character. Matthew is my gem. Matthew is my gem character. I really love Will, and I love Will more than I love James, but I love Matthew and Jem equally. They're both heartbreaking characters, and I kind of want Matthew to win the triangular war of love. So this is my update. I'm on chapter 13. I count on reading at least like this chunk, and then I'll update you again. But there's so many crazy things happening. What I'm saying though, my gripe with this is, why is Shadowhunter society adhering to all these social norms about reputation and what women should do? When these are all rules created by mundanes, they are shadow hunters. They are the descendants of angels. It feels weird that a society based on fighting evil, in which both men and women are equal, like they're soldiers in the war with hell. Why are they adhering to all these social norms that are very stupid and antiquated when they are a society that is supposed to be light years ahead. I don't know. Weird. Yeah. Shut up! He told her. Matthew told Cordelia about the whole deal, about the truth poison and his mother and the loss of the baby. And she was like, yeah, but you did not want to do that. You have to forgive yourself. And then she's like, I have an idea, and it means another secret if you want to come with me to another place. And he's like, I would do anything for you, my lady. And she's like, oh, you and your buffoonery. But I know that he means it. I know that he's in love with her and that he means it. Heartache. Okay, I look like I haven't slept in days, which is true, because university is kicking my ass. But, art tangent. Let's do a tangent on fan art. Especially, I had forgotten how Charles looked like Charles Fairchild. So I looked at the wiki page where they have all the Cassandra Jean official fan art. I am stunned. 1. Charles Fairchild looked like, I don't know, dried up raisins. That man could not be more like conventionally attractive and at the same time ugly as hell. It's so funny. And then I looked at my boy Matthew, and he's so beautiful. And then I looked at James. I am unwell. What do you mean, true love? What do you mean that this is what it looks like in this fan art? I am unwell. I'm sorry. What do you mean Grace was bought? That Tatiana bought Grace. Wait, what? This is child trafficking. What do you mean? Hi, hello, good morning. I'm with my emotional support Jungaskog, which is the IKEA bear. He's so hot under the sun. I just wanted to say that did I read until 2 a.m.? Yes, I did. Did I just discover that Belial is hot? Yes. He has almost white hair, and we all know what I think about characters with white hair. See Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen. See any other white haired character ever. Yeah, I would also like to add that the Shadowhunters, like the higher ups, are they all little copies, clones of James Herondale? Like all muscles, no brain. What is up with finding one of your own, trying to protect somebody who's dying, and saying, yep, you're the killer, and arresting Thomas? What? It makes no sense. But we got that incredible scene with Thomas and Alistair, and I need the book to just be about them. Yes, thank you. Hi, it's a little bit later. I'm still with my emotional support, Jungaskog. I love him, he's so warm. I got changed, I put on makeup, and then I started reading again Chain of Iron. We know that Cordelia now went to Wayland the blacksmith. Is that how you say it in English? Wayland in Fabro, to repair her sword. And now she has struck up an allegiance. She's like the paladin of Wayland the blacksmith. And now all the demons recognize her as the paladin and they run away, which is weird. I have the high suspicion that that was, I don't know, either he was not Wayland the blacksmith or Wayland the blacksmith is a demon. And she just struck up a bargain with a demon. I am concerned. Nobody move. Thomas just kissed Alistair. I have been waiting for so long. This scene is everything. Finally, someone who knows how to communicate their feelings. Thomas, you're the best. Something is not adding up. I'm on the end of chapter 21 and Matthew is not okay. Is this Matthew? Is this somebody impersonating Matthew? I don't know. This is fishy. Fishy. I am back. Why is Lilith again in a Cassie Clare book? Why is Lilith everywhere? Why? I am so tired. Look at him. So precious. Okay, if you hear any noise, tourists in Venice. But I finished it. I finished this behemoth last night and I have so many thoughts. I think I'll give this 3.5 stars. My buddy read with my friend Isotta, she gave it, I think, 3.5 stars also. We are in agreement that this book was not as good as the first one because I don't know why Cassie Clare loves soap operas so much that she gives this continuous miscommunication trope every single scene. She has a very large cast of characters in this book, and I think this is a detriment because she cannot handle it. You see Alistair and Thomas and Anna and Ariadne, who are, I think, the most interesting characters, who are just en passant in the story. I really wanted more. And also this whole miscommunication between James and Cordelia that unfolds in a way that is so frustrating. James hears a conversation, just like the first sentence, and is like, yep, this is what is happening. I am so sure of it. Cordelia does not love me, blah, 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 blah. It is also like the whole bracelet thing, fucking finally it snapped in two and Grace got found out. And then the whole deal with Cordelia looking at James and Grace and hearing one single sentence and hearing none of it and just running away to Matthew when James was like, finally, Grace, I don't love you. And that was so frustrating. It was not like angst or aching in a satisfying way. It was just frustrating. But I must say, Matthew's scene with Cordelia at the end, I kind of liked it. I kind of really, really liked it. I cannot wait for them to be in Paris in the next book. What I will say is, I did not trust Waylon the blacksmith, and I was right, but I did not like the fact that he was Lilith. But I think there is a way to undo this paladin thing, because if you encounter the true Waylon the blacksmith, then it's all good, right? It's all, I don't know how they're going to solve this. Okay, let's do a recap. James and Cordelia, love story, boring. I don't know, it's the most boring one. I don't like the fact that they're the main characters because they're boring. I'm sorry. And Cassie Clare made them boring because their story is actually very compelling if you think about it. With the whole, like, the bracelet and the paladin now, I think that could have been really interesting, but she keeps doing like the soap opera way of scenes. I don't know. I really care about Thomas and Alistair's and possibly Charles. Charles, a douchebag, but I kind of want like a redeeming arc for him, just like we had for Alistair. Alistair I love so much. He's a complex character. I understand him. I understood why he did what he did at the end, and he broke things off with Thomas, because none of them were prepared and really honest about their feelings. It's going to get really complicated. And then I care for Anna a lot. I don't particularly care for Ariadne. I know. She's okay. She's not a bad character. I just don't really care about her the way that I care about Anna. Matthew. I'm just here for Matthew. I'm sorry. He's the best character in this series and I care about him so much, and I cannot wait for him to be in his like healing journey, because it truly was not his fault. He did something awful, but he was not meaning to do what happened, you know? I don't know, Matthew, precious boy, I want him to be sober and in therapy. Then, you know, every mention of Jam, Will, and Tessa, I'm going to cry. I just do. There's a bonus story in this one. It's like Magnus and Jam in the spiral labyrinth, and they're just talking about the book, the Black Book of Death. I think that is going to be prominent thing in the Magnus Bane Chronicles, which I don't really care about. But there is Jam, so I'm enjoying it so much. So I know at the start of this vlog I said that I was going to read both this Chain of Iron and then Chain of Thorns, because I have Chain of Thorns in physical copy and it's beautiful and it has fan art of James in the inside cover. But what I'm going to do is split this reading vlog in half. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break in between, and then the next video will be me crying about Chain of Thorns, which is very polarizing. I've heard that not many people liked it as much as they liked the first and second book, so I'm kind of scared. I hope you liked this video. If you want the part 2, as I said, is coming soon. And if you liked it or had any thoughts about this particular series, especially about Matthew, could you please comment it down below? That would mean the world to me. And also all my socials are down below, so if you want to like leave a comment on TikTok, it's there. Yeah, I'll see you soon with Chain of Thorns. Oh my god. Bye.